Hi, this is Swati. In this video lecture, we shall start to learn C programming. Here we learn the structure of C program with a simple C program example and the various statements like command statement, declaration statement, executable statement, and input-output statement. Here is a small introduction on how C program has evolved. C is an offspring of Basic Combined Programming Language (BCPL) and B language. This B language was developed in 1960 at Cambridge University. B language was later modified by Dennis Ritchie and implemented at Bell Laboratories in 1972, and this new modified language was named C programming language. C programming language was developed with Unix operating system. Unix operating system was developed at Bell Laboratory and was coded using C language. Here we have the structure of C program with documentation section, link section, definition section, global declaration section, main function section, and subprogram section. Let us try to understand this structure using an example C program. Yes, here is our first C program. All C program starts with main function. A function is one which have a name followed by parenthesis. A function definition starts with an open curly bracket and ends with an closed curly bracket. Within this, we write all operational statements. This program adds two values and stores the results and display the answers. The values here are 5 and 10. These values are called as constants. It means their values cannot change. That is, 5 is always 5 and 10 is always 10. Here we store 5 in X and 10 in Y. This X and Y are called variables. It means the value in a variable keep on changing. Now X value is 5 and Y value is 10. X and Y value can change to some other value in the later part of the program. Here we add two numbers and get the sum. Say 5 plus 10 added, we get 15 as answer, and this is stored in another variable named z. So to add two numbers and to get the answer, we totally require three variables x, y, and z. In C program, we have to declare all the variables in use. Here we have done this in the first line, and this line is called declaration line. Here the variables store integer value and hence they are declared with int data type. Every line in C program is terminated with semicolon. This is similar to full stop which we use to terminate sentences in English. 5 is stored in X, it is done in the declaration line itself, while 10 is stored in Y, which is done in next new line. Both are correct. You can assign values in either way. Third line, Z is equal to X plus Y. This line computes the sum of X and Y and stores the result in Z. Finally, we display the answers of x, y, and z using the function printf. We all know that function is one which has a function name followed by parenthesis. You could see some text in red colors which is preceded by double forward slash. Those are called single line comment statements. They are ignored by the compiler from execution. These comment statements are used wherever necessary to improve readability and understandability purpose. And here this integer is called as the data types. X, Y, Z, they are called as variables. So these are called single line comment statements, and um, all the lines in C program are terminated with semicolon. Thus, with the above simple C program, we have understood the main function section. Here, above the main function, you could notice two lines which has started with slash asterisk and ended with asterisk slash. This is known as multi-line comment. They are again added for readability and understandability purpose. You can have any number of lines within this section. This section is known as documentation section. Here in this section, I have used the same program but with small modifications. Instead of z variable, I have used a variable named sum. And the other difference is z in previous example was declared inside the main function, but here sum is declared above main function. When variables are declared inside the main function, it is called as local variable and the declaration is called as local declaration. Here only x and y acts as local variable as they are declared inside the main function. Local variables are known only to that function. We can also declare variables outside function. They are called as global variables and this declaration is called as global declaration. Here you could see sum is declared above the main function. It is declared outside the main function. So thus sum is called as global variable and this section is called as global variable declaration section. You could see this global variable declaration section is situated above the main function. Here, with the same example, instead of declaring x and y as variables, here in this program, they are defined as macros x and y. You could see the definition above the global variable declaration section. Ash define x 5 and ash define y 10. They are called as preprocessor directives. The other name is macros. Here x and y are the macros, 5 and 10 are the values in it. The syntax to follow is ash define space x space 5. For macros, we need not define its data types. Also, the lines need not be terminated with semicolon. Even ash include is also a preprocessor directives. Ash include is used for linking the header file with our program, while ash define is used to define the value for the macro in the program. Macros are written in capital letters. This is only to differentiate macros from normal variables. You want to write in lowercase? It is not a problem. You can very well use it. When the macros are defined and used in the program, the preprocessors substitute the values for the macros in the program. Thus, we have understood the different section of C program like documentation section, that is comment statements, which includes single line comment and multi-line comments. Then we have the link section, which is #include stdio.h. Then the definition section, #define x5 and #define y10. Global declaration section, float sum. Then followed by that, we have main function section with executable statement. The last and the final thing we need to understand is the subprogram section, which may be concentrated during functions concept. But remember, in C program structure, we have subprogram section below main function, which is similar to main function section. Thank you. This is Swati signing off. I think you have understood the basic structure of C program.